Happy Saturday, everyone. Hope you're having a great day so far. It is 10:11 on Saturday morning, and bear with me, this forecast is going to be a little bit longer than normal, but because I want to talk first about what's happening at the beach, and then, of course, later on, talk about what's happening elsewhere. So, to start off the day, we are starting off with a live picture here from Myrtle Beach. This is Bar Harbor. You can see that not causing any rain and cloud cover, Ernesto, but is causing a high risk for rip currents today. Remember, rip currents happen along the immediate coast, especially between breaks in the waves. They're that calm area that looks great, but is not great. If you need to see a picture there, you can, of course, Google it. I also have one over on our website, wcnc.com. So the key here when it comes to rip currents is we want to make sure that we are, if possible, only going to beaches that have a lifeguard present, trying not to go past your knees. Um, if you do get caught in one, remembering to swim parallel to the shore. The reason why is if you try to go straight back to the beach, that current is going to keep working against you. And even the most experienced swimmers can get tired out. And that's what causes those high elevated fatalities. When it comes to a beach and weather related problem, rip currents cause the most deaths across, I believe, the entire country, but I know here in the Carolinas and most of the South and East. And only 18% of rip current deaths are for coastal Carolina residents, and half of them don't even live in North or South Carolina. So it's really the people that are visiting that especially need to be aware, including inland residents here in the Carolinas. So rip current risk is high from Saturday all the way through Monday, and then things do get a little bit better. If you want more information on rip currents, safety precautions, things like that, there is a link to my rip current weather IQ over on our website, wcnc.com. Ernesto made landfall on Bermuda earlier this morning around 4:30 as a Category 1 hurricane. It is pulling now away from the island. Bermuda often does get impacts from tropical systems, but it's not always often that we'll have a direct landfall. But that did happen, continuing to cause heavy rain, storm surge, high winds, and will continue to push off to the north and eventually the north and east, and will actually reach close to the United Kingdom middle part of next week as a post-tropical cyclone. So we're not worried about Ernesto at all. When it comes to inland communities, we just want people to be weather aware if you are heading to the coast. So we have a high rip current risk again for today, for tomorrow, and into Monday. It'll be moderate heading into Tuesday. So as Ernesto pulls away, those wave heights will start to get lower as well. So locally, we really have nothing tropical to worry about except for tropical moisture because it feels pretty sticky and humid outside if you're stepping out this morning. Dew points are back in the 70s, which is that air you can wear. That has also prompted a few areas of some light to moderate rain. Not a lot of really pockets of heavy rains, not a lot of downpours, but it has been light to moderate at times. Just moving about 15 minutes or so ago through uptown Charlotte, so pushing off to the east now. And as it's pushed off to the east, it has started to weaken. So right now we have a few spotty showers you see there in southwestern parts of Cabarrus County, just southwest of Concord. Staying away, it looks like, from Kannapolis for the most part. I'm looking at our live picture there at the Cannonball Stadium. No rain there. Some light rain moving into southern parts there of Stanley County near Big Lick. But again, not a lot of heavy rain. This isn't thunderstorm activity. It is not severe, but we will have a few strong storms possible by the second half of today and again heading into your Sunday. So just make sure you're staying weather aware if you do plan on being outside. I know we say this over and over and over again, but the reason why is that technology is great for a lot of reasons. Where it's not great is the fact that weather apps are terrible. They just use raw model data and there's not a human to look at it to see if it even makes sense. But where it is great is that we have a WCNC Charlotte mobile app that is updated by our local meteorologists, our forecasters when it comes to the weather forecast. And you can also get live radar if you download it. So cool feature there. Make sure you are getting that if you are going to be out and about. It's really the best way to stay weather aware because as we make forecast updates, you'll have them in the palm of your hand. You can track radar live. And kind of like a little bonus, if you have your location settings turned on, if there were to be, something issued, severe thunderstorm warning, watch, things like that, you would get a notification. Today is a really exciting day in Charlotte. We have the Panthers at home for their first home preseason game. It's got to be specific about that. It's also Charlotte Pride Week, and the festival is here both Saturday and Sunday. Parade is tomorrow. Again, temperatures will be in the lower 90s, feels like numbers upper 90s. So it's hot and humid today. we have this chance of storms. Again, pretty typical afternoon here in the Queen City. So let's talk about timing here. We have this first bout of rain kind of moving up quickly. I'm already seeing sunshine from our Monroe camera. Kannapolis still pretty clouded over since that rain is nearby, but some breaks too from Dallas over in Gaston County. As we get closer to 5 p.m., we'll see a few of those pop-up storms again. These are isolated showers, only about 20%. And what that means is that where they set up, they're going to be very few and far between. So let's say you have one little downpour in Cleveland County and one little downpour in Cabarrus County. Not a lot of widespread activity. We do see a better chance closer to about 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock, as we will have more of that heat and humidity rising. A lot of updrafts will mean that chance for more rain. But again, it's still very limited, not very widespread at all. Your best chance to see rain and storms this weekend is actually tomorrow. We'll have pockets of heavy rain that could lead to localized flooding. And your gusty wind potential when it comes to anything severe is going to be highest on Sunday. The highest areas south and southeast of Charlotte. Right now, we're in a medium risk there, a low risk for everybody else, but I do just think folks should be outside. If you're going to be outside, just watch the forecast, watch that chance for some showers and storms. They'll be quickly moving in and quickly moving out. So 92 today, 91 tomorrow, 20% chance of rain Saturday, 30% chance of rain on Sunday. Still hot and humid. Today, our feels like temperatures will top the upper 90s. We're in the mid 90s for tomorrow. Isolated storms today, scattered Sunday. Scattered just means a few more than isolated. I know we talked about what those words mean a lot, but isolated is pretty much only a few, so 20%, and then scattered is a little bit more activity on radar. So that's your weekend forecast. I do want to just quickly show you this map since I just mentioned low risk for everyone, medium risk south and southeast of Charlotte. That is the damaging wind outlook for tomorrow. Here's the deal. I do think this is a little bit aggressive, showing those medium areas south and east of Charlotte, so for Lancaster County, Anson, Richmond, Chesterfield. But I think the thought process here that the National Weather Service was trying to convey is that there is a better chance of strong storms in that area. So I think everyone has the same risk level, but I do think we have a better chance of seeing storms south and southeast of Charlotte. Into next week, the forecast turns fantastic. Once the storm system that brings our chance for rain and storms tomorrow passes through, we have fantastic weather into the upcoming week. Drier air mixes in, so our dew points are dropping behind that front with those northerly winds. We have the lowest dew points likely of the entire summer, with those dew points dropping into the upper 50s. And even the high temperatures will only peak a few days in the low to mid 80s. So again, some of the best weather we have had so far this year is up, or so far this summer, I would say, is coming up Tuesday all the way through the end of the work week. So before I show you the 7-day forecast, the long-range models that the Climate Prediction Center out when it comes to temperatures, and how likely it is to be below average or above average. We've seen so much red here in the Carolinas, but that is not the case this week. It is the first time I've seen number or colors this blue of the entire summer. We have at least right now on this confidence map, a 50-50 shot of seeing conditions at least 5 degrees lower than average. Some of those highs could even be 10 degrees lower than average. Remember, this is a confidence forecast, so it's not how much cooler is it going to be, it's how likely it is going to be cooler than average versus hotter than average. So when you see those really dark red, that means we know it's going to be significantly hotter. When you see the light blue, we know it will be cooler. It's just the confidence in how cool. At least right now, our highs are typically in the upper 80s this time of year. I'd at least expect the lower 80s. It's not out of the realm of possibilities that we couldn't see the upper 70s in a few spots. So really great weather coming up. If you have stayed with me for this entire 13 minutes, I do appreciate it. Just wanted to take a little bit more time today to kind of explain what's happening with Ernesto, what's happening along the coast, and of course, what's happening locally. Today, again, a big day. Panthers are back at home at the bank for the first time of preseason. We have Charlotte Pride, of course, going on this weekend. Carolina Ascent also has their first home match. They're at Memorial Stadium. So a big day in Charlotte. If you are going to be out and about, just stay weather aware. Have that WCNC Charlotte mobile app. It's how we will talk to you and alert you, bring you updates. I will not be here tomorrow. Larry's actually going to cover for me. Sweet Angel, I worked for him on Wednesday, so we kind of swapped. It is my sister's baby shower for baby number 2, my new niece. So really excited for that. So I won't see you, but I hope everybody has a great Saturday, a great rest of the weekend, a fantastic first half of the week, and I'll see you back on air on Wednesday on WCNC Charlotte, covering traffic in the 4 p.m. and just, you know me, off and on throughout the week. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe, stay weather aware, and Larry and Caitlin will be on tomorrow morning starting at 6 on WCNC Charlotte. Bye.